Hello gamers, this is Water Tips again. How you doing? As you can see, last time we did come in this video, we did go to the Watchtower, to the Welcome to the Watchtower, catch people set up with the base, check out the vault, did some things, R&D station stuff inside the Watchtower, stuff like that, which is very useful to hopefully everybody. Anyhow, in this video here we're going to start off doing the new mission here. A new mission which is actually consisting of Circe, the evil mistress, or sorceress, arch enemy of Wonder Woman. We're going to be doing the mission there. If you look behind me, you'll see a question mark. That's where we're going to go ahead and go right now. First, you want to go into your journal and access the journal mission, which is going to be called The World of Tomorrow.
Heads up, there's trouble in the Tomorrow district. Circe's Bestiamorphs are all over the area, which means Circe can't be far behind. Zatanna in the Chinatown safe house can give you further instructions.
Amazon forces, including Wonder Girl herself, have responded, but more help is needed. Get down there and stop Circe.
So once you talk to her, Zatanna, you're going to go out to the mission here. This is actually a Chinatown police station, by the way. Actually, you know, before we head out, I want to go over to the vendors real quick. You always want to make sure you check the vendors to see if there's any new gear you can get. It's always helpful.
I'm sure I have something here that can help you. Take a look.
So far, nothing. Just yeah, it's probably because your level's a little too low yet. Let's go check.
Hello, travelers. Do you require mystical equipment to use in battle?
Okay. As you can see, there are explorations, but like I said, whether you choose to do that is up to you. I just started at the very beginning of the videos to show you how the explorations, just to get you some prizes for start your rings. Once you do have those slots filled, though, they will throw you all different kinds of rings that you can use to upgrade them. So that's why I kind of give you a way to start them out. So as long as you have rings in your current inventory, as you can see, or I should say your slots, they'll always give you newer ones that are higher eventually, so you can keep upgrading them. This is a little trick I learned. So you want to go ahead and leave the Metropolis Chinatown PD station. So, I'm really glad that I had this super flight or super skimming so I can fly faster. I believe we're coming across one briefing here, the blue one on top of this little building. Every time I go across this land, I always find this briefing.
Lois Lane for Daily Planet Live. Today, the Justice League confirmed that Wonder Woman, along with Batman and Superman, will lead the new generation of heroes. Wonder Woman was born on the magical island of Themyscira and is a longtime crusader for peace. She uses powers and weapons given by the Olympian gods to fight for freedom on Earth and beyond.
Oh, sorry.
Winnie died today.
Anyway.
What do I have left? My wife? Huh! I have nothing!
Well, as you can see, I saved him. He was going to commit suicide, but I saved him. Anyway, on to the mission. There are citizens like that that hang around buildings where they just get distressed and they want to jump off. If you talk to them, you keep them from wanting to kill themselves, and then it kind of saves them. On the villain side, I think you just push them right off, so we kind of give them the help. As you can see, this is Tomorrow District.
My greetings. Circe's Bestiamorphs are running rampant in the Tomorrow District. Wonder Girl went in to investigate, but I have not heard from her since. Clearly, Circe is up to foul play. I charge you, track down Wonder Girl and defeat Circe's plans.
As you can see, there's Bestiamorphs, Berserkers fight here. There's all kinds of Bestiamorphs. Circe's little minions that she sends out. It's a whole slew of them.
Giganta has Wonder Girl.
So what we're doing basically is doing two little small missions here. As you can look on your right hand list of your screen below, it says defeat Bestiamorphs. 5 out of 10 I got, and then free spellbound with Amazons, 1 out of 5. So that's what we're doing right now. Another investigation. Kill these guys first so I can get it.
Wonder Girl is in terrible danger!
The carving on this horn is likely self-inflicted.
You will bow before Circe.
I thought Wonder Girl was taking the front line.
Steal Wonder Girl's body. All Amazons will serve Circe.
Got one more to get. As you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just kind of go over there and just do whatever.
Giganta will steal Wonder Girl's body.
Oh boy. Giganta kidnapped Wonder Girl? She's always wanted the power of an Amazon princess. Circe must have promised her exactly that. We have to get to Wonder Girl quickly.
As you can see, I just gained a level, excuse me, at level 14.
Circe's beasts will know where Giganta has taken Wonder Girl. Seek out Lieutenant Pythia. She will give you something to loosen their tongues.
They got their skill point, and like I said, you can choose whatever you want. Whether it's weapons, skimming, if you want to work on your flight, you can work on that. Sky Comics play. I have a certain routine that I usually do when I play. I usually get all my weapons things unlocked first, and then I move on to everything else. I have one more left to unlock. Actually, wait a minute. I do have everything unlocked. I can't work on something else. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go to skimming. I'm going to push this one, just die bomb. That one. You can do whatever you want. This is something that this is kind of the routine that I do. Check my inventory. See, I got one headpiece I can put in now. So you want to select it. Always want to upgrade your armor as soon as you get new ones, as soon as possible, whenever you can. I'm gonna go ahead to the next one. Speak with Lieutenant Pythia. There's two people I gotta speak with. First, you want to speak to Amazon Mala.
Circe's Bestiamorphs carry Circe's Ambrosia Elixir, a deadly poison to Amazons. Confiscate this elixir and save my sisters!
Then you want to go over and talk to Lieutenant Pythia.
Oh good, you are here. Take this torch of remembrance. Wonder Woman wants its power in your...
That
Gives
Promethean
you a little bit
flame
of
will draw the
experience.
information out of those Bestiamorphs.
Got
No
some
matter
missions to
how
do.
the poor beasts try to protect their mistress.
Another investigation I found. You see, they're located throughout.
It is not uncommon for them to engrave symbols of their conquests onto tusks and fangs.
The ritual has begun. You too late.
As you can see, you got some of the different missions now. Got to confiscate elixirs from Bestiamorphs, interrogate the Bestiamorph berserkers, and then absorb remains of Kirsty's gold for the Marauders. So, 3 missions. Should take too long to get them all done.
I'm wounded. I must fall back.
Enough! They took Amazon Girl to the metro.
As you can see, some of Wonder Woman's Amazons help you fight some of the Bestiamorphs during this war too, so they help you out as much as they can.
Final speak.
Kidnapping those mystic stones? All this points to Circe creating a ritual to swap Giganta's mind into Wonder Girl's body. This is really big. No pun intended.
So you gotta destroy Sisyphean stones, gather samples of Cersei's incantation from the fallen beasts.
Circe has enchanted those Sisyphean stones to prevent you from passing through. Destroy them. We must stop the ritual Circe and Giganta have planned for Wonder Girl.
I believe you can gather some of the incantation from the fallen beasts right here as well. That's what I'm gonna do. Seen a few more. And then we're done with that, we're gonna go over and destroy the Sisyphean stones on the other side of the world. Or the next section, I should say, of this particular mission. One more. Like I said, in between you can always just check your inventory, see what you got. That's what I always do, check it. See if there's anything that they dropped from the beasts. Nothing but potion, same old stuff. Okay, so now we're going to go and destroy the Sisyphean stones. As you can see, once you upgrade your flight or whatever kind of movement you have, you can get there faster as possible. It really helps, so you want to upgrade it probably as soon as you're able to. Is a good tip there. As you can see below me, there's Minotaur. He's one of the bounties that you actually fight. There's many of them in the game. Bounties are definitely a lot harder to kill than normal NPCs or regular minions. They take usually as much as 8 people in a group to beat them, or as little as 1 if you're really strong, but very few people can really solo a bounty. We're not going to fight him right now, because that would be an instant fail on me. But anyhow, at least you know what he looked like. I'm going to go over here and get this little side mission here so we can do the regular one.
Circe's Sisyphean stones store massive amounts of magical energy. Destroy the stone.
However, I do have actually some characters that I have that I can solo most of them on right now. Well, I'll see that for a later time, or even with this character I can show later on a specific video on how to take out a bounty with a group of people and players so that you can do it efficiently so you won't get harmed and you can actually successfully beat them in a full group with all the roles available. Now this is, I've learned a little trick to this part. If you see I'm flying above these Bestiamorphs, there's a crystal in the center. If you get it to where you can target just the crystal itself and take it out, of course somebody attacked him just now, but as you can see I still collected the Sisyphean stone. That's one trick I learned. If you can just go target the crystal itself and not the enemies and get it from above or far from a distance, you never have to worry about them attacking you, but it's probably easier done when there's nobody playing around you so they won't actually ruin the trick. So yeah, just kind of go in here. Oops, I was noticed. But for the most part, you can, if you really practice that, you can take out the stones without them even attacking you by flying above or do it from a distance. Just target the crystal like that, hold down L1 until you see it targeted, and just attack it. With certain attacks, and that's all you have to do. You can easily get it from above or whatever distance. It's a little trick I learned if you don't want to fight the best or deal with them at all, because they can be kind of annoying. So, let's get one more. I'll try this one now. There we go. Home free. Go back to your journal. I just destroy the barrier. Complete it. I'm actually almost 15 now. I got a mana flow gauntlets, which I'm going to collect right now. As you can see, next mission is we gotta find Giganta Girl and defeat her inside the station building, the metro station building. Those first, you guys want to go in your inventory. You can see what else you got. Got the handpiece, selected it. Now I have equipped on me. Here's a side mission. This is something people always forget, or they just don't seem to. Not that they don't care about it, but they always want to just get the mission done. But I always try and get this as a side mission. Amazon Talana. You talk to her, you get this little mission here.
Narcissus allows us to discover Circe's plans through her vanity. We lost it in a skirmish with her Bestiamorph general. I charge you. Recover this for the Amazons.
Okay. And then here's the mission here. Then shows the building. You want to recover the Mirror of Narcissus as well as destroy the Giganta, which is what we're going to do right now.
Giganta once wanted to possess my own body. Now Circe must have promised her Wonder Girls. Knowing Giganta, her greed and impatience will lead her to rush the ritual. Go carefully. A mistake could condemn them both.
What you want to do is talk to Lieutenant Dunn again. This guy kneeling down here, he's pretty he's right there in the view when you go in there. So you can see him right away. Just want to talk to him.
Please help me out! My squad is in there and who knows what that Circe person and her monsters have done to them. I'd go in myself, but I got a wife and kids.
Okay, as you can see, he's got the family he's got to protect. So he wants me to risk my family? Just kidding. Anyway, here we go. We're going to test the Bestiamorphs. Here. Of course, there's always all kinds of them that Circe lays out. Here's some of the fallen hoplite Amazons. Help them up. They give you some feats or whatever if you get them all up.
Circe's beasts are at my command. Challenge me and die, mortal.
See, we're trying to find Giganta, but we have to get all these guards first, Circe's guards, before we can even do that. So they'll just try and prevent you from getting to where you have to go, like always. Here.
We must rescue Wonder
They
Girl
find a lot of
from
people you have to help in a
Giganta.
lot of missions where they kind of need your aid and you help them up, and that's kind of gives you points if you get them all. Like I said, a lot of the ads or side missions are really helpful in these doing missions because they give you more experience. And like I said, the more you do, the more experience you get, and the faster you level up. So in some ways it's better than actually just zooming through everything with an experience booster, because you can have access to all the experience during the game. You'll have more feat points than when you start out with, or skill points I should say as well. So it's actually helpful to just do things taking this time. If it takes you a few days longer than most people to get to level 30, then, you know, why not? As long as you get more feats and skill points, it shouldn't matter really. As you can see, we got to help the police officers. I believe here's one, I think, out of the 4. 3 out of 4. Okay, so ahead of myself. See,
Thanks.
I just gained a level 15.
See you back at the station.
Got another skill point. So what I'm going to do now is you can see a new thing opened up down here below Iconics, which is stat points. Here, this is where you choose your focus, whether you want to be a weapons expert, hybrid, or superpowered. Now, there's a lot of choices you can choose. I usually pick for damage roll. I do pick the focus, I believe this one, damage superpowers, as opposed to damage weapons, because if you want to damage them with your weapons, you'll be using more attacks and powers. And I guess superpowers is the one I'm going to choose. But let me just see something real quick here. I think I want to upgrade a actual stun resistant thing first. All these down here are very vital, because these are called innate. In parentheses, they're very important to kind of open these locks. So I'll do this first, I believe, before the other one. Then the very next time I will do the focus. They're also actually new addition to the game. It used to be different with trees and whatnot back in the day. For some people that are actually been with the game for a long time, you know that that's what they did, a big change to it with the stat revamp. For beginners, this is going to what you're going to be as see right now, but it wasn't always like this. They had trees you use, and you actually never got that many powers to begin with. You're only able to actually have 15 powers by level 30. Now you can have all your powers and use at your leisure, but still 6 in your loadout, but you can have all your powers available to choose between, instead of just 15, which was the limit. So it actually was a big change they made, and it was actually one beneficial in my opinion. As you can see, we gotta fight this guy. He's almost killed, actually. Looks like she was taking him out herself. There we go. And of course in the description I put for this level was to actually find Circe as well as Bestiamorphs. I realized I actually made a mistake on that. Circe does not appear in these actual missions, for that I apologize, but you do fight Giganta for right now. But you do at least fight her Bestiamorphs. So I probably will just change that in the description, because I didn't realize it. I forget Circe didn't actually appear in this one, but her Bestiamorphs did. So, but Giganta will appear in this one. We're going to be fighting it pretty soon. This is something that kind of messed up with the description. Something that I will have to change, but it happens. No foul, no harm, no foul. I believe there is a mission where you fight her, but I'm not sure if that's because of the mentor, but there is a mission where you do fight her. But I don't know if you have to have the mentor or one woman to do it, but either way I think you can still access it depending on if you get help or not. If I remember correctly, depending on what kind of mentor you have, you're going to be pretty limited to certain missions you can get into because of the faction you're on or particular mentor you have. So in order to get into, you will have to have help from somebody that has a mentor that can get you into those missions. That's something that you might want to take a note of. So.
Hopefully each recovered artifact will aid.
So there is a possibility I may not even be able to show you video with Circe unless I'm able to get to a certain mission, but I probably will do that so I can show you what the battle looks like and what the mission is and what you have to do for the mission. So something that actually I think I kind of just stumbled upon, but I think I will do is I will show you a lot of ways to do with missions, as hidden missions, so I can show you. See it at her feet. Water tips. Beast Basher. Usually that's what you want to do. I like to clear out as many missions or levels as I can when I'm doing a mission. The more minions and stuff you clear out in a mission and stuff, NPCs, the more likely you are to get feats from doing it as a reward. So I just got another one called Jackpot for opening treasure chests. That's that feat I was talking about for opening treasure chests. So that's one right there. Yeah, I believe we're getting ready to fight Giganta. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit worried.
You're too late. I have already begun the ritual, with a few minor improvements. Now I will transfer my powerful mind into Wonder Girl's body, and the strength of the gods will be mine!
What's happening? It's like you've got hooks in my mind.
It's working! It's working! I feel her power court. Your body is mine!
So this pretty good part is pretty self-explanatory. You see on the screen, disrupt the conveyance crystals. There's 20 of them. You just kind of like run into them and break the crystals so you can break the effect so that Wonder Girl will actually be able to help you instead of being mind manipulated by Giganta. As you can see, she's trying to harm me right now. Once I break these crystals, I'll break the spell. Got a few more. She is going to try to attack you while you're trying to do this, so. Best thing to do is keep your distance while you're trying to do it, kind of like maybe fly around or stay out of her way while you're trying to get the crystals. She doesn't hurt you that much, she just kind of stuns you, but I found it's easier if you just kind of stay out of her way and get the crystals. That way you can just get out of the mind control. And I believe one more will do it.
No! This
Spell's now broken, now you just have to defeat Giganta.
Not anymore, it doesn't, thank goodness. Because there's no way I could pull my favorite jeans over your giant behind.
Bigger is better, Wonder Brat. Ditch your training bra and find out!
Some of the bosses you kind of have to keep your distance, but this is what I noticed when I first played her. She's not really strong, but if you don't keep her distance and find ways of shielding yourself or keep your distance at certain times, she can wear you down and eventually defeat you. So just kind of keep your distance. That's why I like Hand Blast, because you can kind of still attack her as you're backing up. This is what I do. You just lock on her with the L1 button and back up and shoot. Or if you have guns, you can do the same thing. Use these barrels as your advantage, the healing barrels. Always strike them with their in your view so they can heal you while you're fighting her. That way you risk less chance of getting hurt. Try not to back yourself up to corners or anything. These crystals kind of get you in trouble too, as you can see. You gotta watch out for those too.
How about some shock
They
therapy?
can kind of knock you out balance. That's, I believe, actually it for now. Let's complete the mission. We got some in here. I'm gonna get a leg piece. And that's with the mission here with Giganta, not Cersei. Like I said, I thought it was Cersei, but I'm gonna change the description. We will find a way to show a video with Cersei in it, though. One of the secret video with the mentor that I have to find to get into the mission. But that's it for now. Like I said, thanks for watching. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Wonder Girl and complete this mission and enjoy the video. And I will see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Whew! Back in my own skin again. You really don't appreciate how awesome your boots are till you walk around in someone else's. I'll take care of Big Bertha here. Thanks again. I hate liars. Anyone who cheats, or steals, or tries to push other people around, or make you do what they want just because they're stronger. But I especially hate when they try to make the whole world like they are, using their lies to make people into slaves. That's when I have to get all Amazon on their ass. Hey, it's true that might doesn't make right, but sometimes it sure helps.